Hi everyone, I'm Iverson Lee. Welcome to this Power Up Your Day Master series episode number 5. And the reason I'm doing this series here is to help our people, especially their beginner who interested to learn parts of astrology to improve their life, be it in their career, their finance, relationship, and health as well. So, and in order to do this, if you're watching this right now and you want to get a benefit of this session here, please pause this video and get your parts chart ready first, your astrology chart as shown on the screen. All you need to do here is to key in your date of birth, your time of birth, and your gender, and we're good to go. So pause this video right now and get your chart ready. Okay, welcome back. So now you get your chart ready. So let me tell you how we're going to read this chart. Right, so whenever we want to learn about astrology or how do we benefit from it, the first information I would recommend you to learn is to know about yourself. Right, so about your character, about your nature, what is your God-given talent. I think that is very important because if we want our destiny to become better, we need to become better first, right? So if think about this, if we are stronger, we are more happy, and then we are more confident, we are more skillful, don't you think our future will be better? So how do we actually read this first piece of information? Because I know that the chart has so many information, right? The first step, we always look at ourselves. So on the screen right now, I show that is where you locate the information about ourselves. So, and this is what we call the day master, and this is the terminology that we use to describe ourselves, right? The day master, and there are total of 10 day master. Therefore, this Power Up Your Day Master series, the total of 10 episodes, and this is episode number 5. Right? So, and in this episode, I'm going to talk about the Yang Earth Day Master. As shown on the screen right now, this is a Yang Earth Day Master. So each of these Day Master represented by certain image. So for a Yang Earth Day Master, it represents a mountain or a huge rock or hill, right? So as shown at my background right now, just to give you easier for you to visualize, what is this Yang Earth is all about. So since this is a mountain, represent a mountain, so mountain is something that is very passive, right? It doesn't move. Think about this, right? So therefore, this element represent trustworthiness, right? So because among all the 10 stems, right, Yang Earth, since it represents a mountain, is the most stable element among all of them, right? So therefore, this represents stability. If you are Yang Earth, so you're more stable, you're more trustworthy. So very easy for you to gain other people's trust as well because you're consistent, right? You're predictable. So this is good, right? So think about this, right? What is the key to become a great salesperson? Yeah, it's not about your ability to actually explain your product or services well. Yeah, although that's important, but that's not the first criteria. The first thing, right, you want to become a great salesperson is you must build the trust with your client. Don't you think so? Right? If your client doesn't like you, no matter what you sell, they are not going to listen to you. Right? So therefore, this Yang Earth represent trust. Right? So if you have this Yang Earth in your chart, so you are very easy for you to build trust with people because somehow people trust you. Right? Don't you think that's a good thing? Right? Okay. And then the second part here about this Yang Earth here, since they doesn't move, right? They doesn't talk a lot, so they become a very great listener. Don't you think this is a skill that a lot of people don't have? Because a lot of time people always talk about themselves, right? So even they listen, they just pretend, or they have a selective listening. They only want to listen what they want to hear, right? So, but for a Yang person, right, they're actually a great listener because they don't like to talk a lot, first of all, and then they are also very good in actually absorbing information because there's a mountain, there's a stillness within them, so they don't react too much, so therefore they become a very great companion, right? So because think about this, right, a lot of time whenever we share certain issue with others, right, or we want to share certain conversation with others, so a lot of time we might not need the solution, right? We just need someone to hear us. Don't you think so? Then we automatically feel better, right? So therefore, that's why you see that a lot of people, whenever they are not happy, where they do go to? Right? They go to a mountain to meditate, right? Or they go to an area, a hilly area, so they feel peace within, right? So this is the capability of this Yang Earth person. So if you are Yang Earth, so you also actually able to actually transmit peace to others as well. So I think this is a very, very valuable gift that you have here. Okay, so and of course, right? So since this is a yang earth, this is a mountain, right? So they also have something that they need to work on as well. So which is procrastination, right? So because if you're yang earth especially, you tend to procrastinate, right? So I want you to actually aware of this and then work around this so-called area of improvement, right? So you need to pay attention to procrastination. Okay, so then what is the thing that actually can help you to bring you to the next level? What you can activate here is because all yang earth person, yeah, they are great in asset accumulation, right? Think about this, right? So we can all work for the rest of our life, right? So a lot of people think, all right, if you want to become successful, you need to work hard. Is it true? It's only true when you are young, right? So the moment you are getting older, we don't have so much energy, right? So working hard is not the key so-called strategy anymore. So what you need to do here is while you're still young, you need to actually accumulate assets, right? So the moment you reach until 40 or 50 years old, at least you have certain assets you don't need actually to work for money anymore, right? So if you're yang earth, they're great in accumulate assets in a slow and steady way. So what we call a value investment or a long-term investment. Yeah, this is the one that you should do if you are a yang earth person. So, and also one of the superpower is trend reader, because they are great listener and they are great observer. So they're actually able to predict, right, what is the future trend for the next maybe 3 years time, right? So therefore they're able to actually become a very great trend reader, and they also can become a very great so-called business owner, because they can actually visualize what is the market trend in the future. Okay, so if you're yang earth, pay attention to this. I hope that you enjoyed this session here about yang earth here. If you're interested to connect with me to know more information about BaZi, Feng Shui, Qimeng Dunjia, right? So feel free to connect with me through my YouTube channel, my Instagram channel, and my Telegram channel. Okay, all right. So in the next episode, I'm going to talk about the next day master, which is the yin earth, right? So if you're yin earth, pay attention to this, because on the next episode, I'm going to talk about this day master. Okay, all right. I hope you enjoyed this session here today, and I wish all of you here a prosperous and a healthy life ahead. I'll see you again. I'm Iverson. Keep in touch.